Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Rafe Gal. Playing some more Earthbound today. And make our way to the Tenda Village. The Tenda Village is weird. This game just keeps getting weirder. Everybody here is going to just say we're shy. Except this guy. You know what? There's something scary that comes from underground, so we covered up that hole. There's lots of dinosaurs there. I went there once, but I came right back because I was so surprised. There was a talking stone that talks live. You want to go and see? I understand, but I'm not as strong as I'd like. I guess I can't help you. The guy next to me is strong, but he lacks conversation skills. He needs to overcome his shyness first. So yeah, this is really a weird little moment. As with so many things in this game. We're just gonna heal in Hot Spring quick. Rumor I heard, a book to fix shyness there is. Where? Don't know, just a rumor. Oh, there's a phone there. Okay. This. A death ray inside. Okay. This is technically a weapon for Jeff. So we'll give it to Jeff until we find a shop. I guess. By the way, just for the record, wait. Have I... No, we're good. Okay. I haven't mentioned the Casey bat. So we got the Casey bat at the end of last game. Casey bat makes Ness's offense stupid. However, if you recall Casey in the story, Casey struck out. It has a 75% chance to miss. It is not a weapon we're using. Hello, it's been a while since we talked. This is Apple Kid. We're having a beautiful weather here. I'm now at Dr. Antonette's lab in Winters. The doctor doesn't seem to be around right now, but I'm just working on my eraser machine. ... Hey, oh no, what are you doing to me? Who are you? Click. Yes, I haven't talked with you in ages. This is Orange Kid. We're finally coming to the end of our research on how to change a boiled egg back into a raw egg. By the way, Apple Kid is missing. He left here saying he had to see Dr. Antonette's in Winters, but he never came back. I was hoping to borrow the book Overcoming Shyness from him. Then suddenly he disappeared. I haven't read the book, so I'm not very good at talking. Sorry. I'm also working hard on my invention. I hope you'll understand. Say hello to your friends for me. Click. So once again, we get this kind of dump of exposition-y, forceful exposition. We'll go with that. Yeah. It's pretty straightforward. It is what it is. I'm feeling pretty confident, so I think we're gonna go straight to... I have my notes here to potentially do a different play and go pick up another exit mouse, but I feel like we should be okay. Like, this is gonna be pretty good. It's me again, that chewing gum monkey's wife. My husband left me here to go play with Tessie on the shores of the lake. Jeff, long time no see. You've gotten taller. Oh, I don't have time to chat right now. Tony's missing. Thought he went with you. He disappeared suddenly. He's usually very responsible. Leaves a note at least. So, we have all kinds of people that are going missing around Winters. Okay. So we're going to save real quick, just in case. We should be fine. I'm genuinely not super worried about this section. He said as everything showed up on screen. So we are going to skip more enemies as this goes on. Like, I'm not 100% sure what level we need to be at by the end of the game. Actually, I should double check my notes here real quick. Because I think the ideal would be to get... Oh wait, no, that's quite a ways down the road still. So whirling robos explode, if I'm remembering correctly. So we want to make sure we attack that last. Actually, let's just bash and see how this goes the first time. Maybe they don't explode, okay. Oh, Ness is at 21 psychic points. I think we can stay at the Tessie Watchers. Really? Comes all the way down there? Oh no, it didn't get there in time. Since it was just the one Woolly Shambler, I'm gonna go ahead and not worry about Heavy Bazooka that round. Hop into this tent. There are many strange monsters. We're gonna heal real quick. So yeah, like many of the RPGs that I've been playing recently, one of the biggest differences between playing as a kid and playing now has been, as a kid, I felt like I had to grind until I could fight everything that showed up in my way. And one of the big changes that I've gotten, especially from playing speedruns and also just, or from watching speedruns rather, and also just from, ooh, that's not good. Yeah, let's do one of these. Actually, no, let's just have Ness bash. If I remember right, Lesser Mook is the big threat here. Yeah, most of the games I played when I was a kid, RPGs I played when I was a kid, I would grind it until I could easily get through anything that came my way. I didn't necessarily grind it efficiently. I mean, most of the time it was just doing what I felt like I needed to. Like, or because I wanted something, like FF6, where it's like, okay, I want to get these spells first. But most of the time I didn't actually have to try very hard to get through a section because I leveled up enough that I was powerful enough to just take every fight. At this point, the biggest difference is I've realized that if you utilize the tools you've got, instead of just mashing fight or casting the biggest spells, you can get through the encounters. There are ways to the point where you don't actually need to level up enough to take every encounter. You can skip encounters, you can avoid enemies, you can run away from fights. The runaway command is there not just as a last resort, but sometimes you just don't need to take the fight. And between watching speedruns and I'd say the other thing that really impacted that for me was learning how to use effort values in Pokemon. Because I would avoid fighting certain enemies at that point. Because they would bump my stats when I didn't want them to. Kind of made me realize that, you know, there's benefits to not fighting, I guess. Pretty confident we'd have to take that one. We probably could have skirted around it, but I feel like it's probably fine. Yeah. We have characters that are fast enough to just hit him. We can avoid this because we already did the pencil eraser. Ooh. That was not far enough. Well, no, we made it. Okay. So we made it past the pencil eraser. We already cleared it out. If you hadn't cleared it out, you'd either have to go through the cave or you'd have to really. Fine, I guess. Yeah. We already cleared out the pencil eraser. We're making good time through here because we have already cleared your sanctuary location. Technically, you could wait on. Actually, no. I think you have to do this one before you go to Summers. Most of them, like the ones we backtracked to, aren't required until later in the game. Okay, so we're going to come through here, and we're going to go down to Dr. Antonut's lab. And talk to Apple Kid's mouse. Apple Kid got kidnapped. And we got the eraser. We're gonna stop up here real quick. Instant revitalizing machine. HPMP restored, but you're still hungry. And we're gonna quick check in with Dad. Part of the other reason that I level we have for everybody. So yeah, basically one of the reasons we're not going to bother doing a lot of grinding is because there are a few spots that are either efficient to grind or that have a secondary benefit to doing the grind in those locations. There are rare items that can be dropped. There are also just easy spots to level up. So this spot is one of them, but we're not going to do it. Each kid has a rare drop available. For a weapon, and then there are a few like armor pieces. Let's see. Exit facing down. You see here the first return of Starmen since the initial time we ran into them with Buzz. see how this goes. Just kind of doing a little experimenting on these. Okay. Starstorm was overkill, is what I learned from that. Let's see, I don't think this is something important. Yeah. We are still somewhat low on inventory space. I can probably move a few things over to Pooh again. Let's move him a super bomb and the mummy wrap, in case he runs out of psychic points. So yeah, basically the whoa, that just got real. Diamond Eyes is basically an instant kill. It's like a petrification effect. I'm assuming we need Gamma for that. Yeah. So, as I was saying, each of the kids has a rare drop. I'd say weapon. The main ones being, or that most people know about, is the Sword of Kings, which is Pooh's only weapon. It is only available in this dungeon. And it is only available before you beat the boss of this dungeon. So this is like a very narrow time when we could grind for it if we wanted to. Unless we have a strong reason to, I'm not feeling like it's worth it. And it's the same reason I kind of was giving for selling Jeff's gun. This game isn't about physical attacks at this point. Like, we are not going to be doing physical attacks on most enemies in this game. Wow, that was really bad. Okay, good. Paula has the fire protection there. Yeah, let's just... I think we can still just bash him. But yeah. Like, the places we're using physical attacks, it's not essential that Pooh is going to do damage, and the Sword of Kings only does plus 30 to his physical attack. Like, it's not that much. It's a decent little boost, but it's not amazing by any means. I think we're good, actually. Yep. So intentionally, there walked through that enemy and got a back attack, so that if you get a back attack, you can always run away successfully, which fades the enemies out and lets me get away from that third enemy in the narrow hallway. So went from having to do 4 fights to 1. So yeah, Sword of Kings is a plus 30 to attack. For the record, Jeff's Death Ray apparently doesn't want to show. $90. Like, yes, it puts him on point with Paula. But at this point, I'm more concerned with getting his armor than his weapon. Like, at this point, people don't need weapons in this game. Oh, that might be the guy who explodes. Yeah, I don't really care about these enemies as much. Okay, so basically we're not worrying about going out of our way for this. But this enemy, the Starman Super, is the one that can drop the Sword of Kings. I'm not super concerned, though. If we happen to get it on the course of this, great. It is a 1 out of 128 chance that we'll get it. It is not likely. And I don't feel like it's worth it. Like, Ness's weapon is good, but you get it way too late. Let's see, from the purple. Probably don't need this, but again, we're gonna just grab it. That one's an easier little short item to grab. Let's see if we can get in before the Starman, before Jeff's damage finish is rolling. Not quite. There we go. That just happened. Well, I thought there was a reason for that, and apparently I was right. So yeah, Sword of Kings doesn't feel worth it to me. Like, there's times like this where it could be nice, but I don't feel like it's gonna keep up well enough that it really matters. And in general, we're not doing a ton with there we go. We're not doing a ton with physical attacks. The one I'm considering grinding out is Paula. And it is not because of her... It is not because of the damage it does. It is specifically because it gives a huge boost to guts. I really don't want to deal with those enemies. That atomic robo was annoying. There we go. This one I'm okay with. So yeah, Paula's weapon is, what is it? Magic frying pan or something like that. It gives you a plus 100 to your guts rating. And what that means is that Paula is more likely to survive at 1 hit point. That one would be nice. The thing I'm more concerned with as far as the 1 out of 128 drops go is actually the pendant. There's a armor piece, a pendant, that is very good and is only limited to that one spot, the 1 in 128 drop. So very, very rare. And that one would be nice to get. Just because I feel like the defensive items are kind of the key to this game, in a way. I don't like this fight. Yeah. Jeff having this stupid high speed that he does is really, really beneficial. It's going to get even better in a little bit here. So, if I had decided to do the grind and get some more levels and stuff like that as well, the reason that I was considering stopping and grabbing a exit mouse before coming here, when there's already one in the dungeon, is I would like to go, or I would have gone through the first half of the dungeon 2 or 3 times. Okay, from the exit mouse room, we want to make sure we get all the items. Just for the sake of it. There's 2 of them there, apparently. Okay. Let's nuke the crap out of them. Crap. was close. Who almost died? He was rolling down on hit points. I haven't talked about that in a little while, and it's a lot more relevant now that we've got the hit points that are in the hundreds. When an enemy hits you, you slowly, or your hit points don't just immediately go to whatever the new number is. They slowly roll down. And the cool part with that is that if you're in a situation where you're like that, where they've taken mortal damage, that means they're going to die if you don't do anything. Jeff's speed went up by 1. What is Jeff's speed at this point? 41, 51. Yeah. Jeff's normally fairly slow, which is part of why we have to get that crystal charm for him. Because he is so kind of wimpy without it. Like, you're much more likely to miss all of his bottle rockets. He misses with his gun all the time. Project Make Paula Invincible continues. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh no! Can't see anything. Jeff? Where is Jeff? Next room. Can't last much longer. So, I'm going to briefly comment on one of the things here. And I'm only commenting briefly because it is very much a subtextual thing. There's a lot of conversation about whether Jeff is potentially gay. Because of his relationship with Tony, because Tony is very much like, it is the person that he kind of seems to have this strong connection with. He's dying in a tube, and the only thing he can think of is Jeff. I think it's neat. I think that is a reasonable read on this situation. Again, I wish there was better characterization to really make that text, but it's Japan and a kid's game in the 90s, and it probably wasn't gonna happen. That'll do it. Okay, we have shut down the base, killed the Starman. Stonehenge ceased functioning. We're going to, real quick here, give the souvenir coin to Jeff. Paula got the Saturn ribbon, which is going to be another boost to her defense. And then we're going to have Jeff equip the souvenir coin, which is going to boost his defense. I expected there to be about a 7% chance that you would come and rescue me. I just thought it was a good opportunity to meet Mr. Saturn. I also got to meet Dr. Antonets. See ya. What? You're looking for the book Overcoming Shyness? I returned it to the Onet library. Please use it to help the shy Tenta tribe. Anyway, because I knew you, I had an incredible experience. Wow. I was kidnapped by some of Gygas's toadies. Since our imprisonment is now over, I want to start on the phase distorter as soon as possible. Oh, I almost forgot to thank you. Thank you. Don't worry about us. We've got important things to do. I was kidnapped while milking a cow on my farm. I didn't think they'd get a ransom by kidnapping little old me. Jeff, buddy, oh me, oh my, you came to rescue me, pal. Oh, Ness, I'm Tony. I'm Jeff's best friend. I've known him the longest time. Okay, so there's no more enemies here now that we've beaten the boss. Where is it? We're gonna exit mouse. Really? I was pretty sure these guys should be running away. Okay, so we come back. They are apparently we beat them back. And I think we're just gonna go ahead and call this one here. So hopefully you're still enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one.